Here's something nobody tells you when you first start thinking about investing. Most people who open a brokerage account in their 20s, excited, motivated, ready to build wealth, end up worse off financially than if they had never started at all. Not because investing is bad, investing is incredible, but because they skipped a few steps that most finance gurus conveniently forget to mention. And those missing steps, they quietly destroy your returns, drain your accounts, and leave you wondering why your investments never seem to actually grow. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact order you should follow to start investing the right way from scratch, so that when your money goes to work, it actually works. My name is Alex, and I spend a lot of time thinking about money, investing, and why most people accidentally sabotage their own financial future before they ever buy a single share of stock. I've talked to people making six figures who are flat broke, and I've talked to people earning average salaries who are quietly building serious wealth. The difference almost always comes down to one thing: the order they did things in. So, let's get into it. Here's the common mistake. Imagine you have a bucket, a nice, shiny bucket, and you're filling it with water, slowly, carefully, one cup at a time. But there are holes at the bottom. You keep filling, the water keeps leaking, and no matter how hard you work, the bucket never gets full. That's exactly what most beginner investors are doing. They open a Robinhood account, they buy some Tesla, they watch the numbers go up and down, and the whole time they've got a credit card charging them 22% interest in the background, just silently draining everything they're putting in. Or they invest $200 a month, but they have zero emergency savings. So the moment something breaks, the moment life happens, they're forced to sell their investments at a loss just to cover the bill. That's not building wealth. That's financial chaos with a nice-looking app on your phone. Here's the hard truth. Investing is not step one. It's not even step two. And if you jump straight to it without building the right foundation first, you're not just wasting time. You're actually going backwards. So what's the right order? There's actually a specific sequence your money should follow if you want to build real, lasting wealth. Financial experts have been teaching versions of this for decades, but nobody puts it together in a way that actually makes sense for a beginner. Until today. I'm going to walk you through 5 steps, in order, and by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap for going from zero to actually investing your money the smart way. Let's start at the very beginning. Step 1. Get clear on where your money is actually going. Before you invest a single dollar, you need to know your numbers. How much comes in every month, how much goes out, and where exactly it's going. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alex, I don't need a budget. I'm not bad with money. And maybe you're right. But here's the thing. Most people are shocked when they actually track their spending for the first time. The guy spending $400 a month on food just cooking at home, the woman paying for 3 subscriptions she forgot she had, the couple who thinks they save money every month, but when they check the account, nothing's actually there. You cannot plug holes in a bucket you can't see. Spend 2 weeks tracking every dollar. Use an app, a spreadsheet, a notes app, whatever works. Just look at the numbers. This step alone puts you ahead of 80% of people who start investing. Step 2. Build a starter emergency fund. Before you pay off debt, before you invest, you need a financial cushion. And I'm not talking about 6 months of expenses yet. I'm talking about $1,000, maybe $2,000 if you have a family or a higher cost of living. Here's why this matters. Life is unpredictable. Your car breaks down, your hours get cut, a medical bill shows up out of nowhere. Without that cushion, every single financial crisis forces you to either go deeper into debt or pull money out of your investments at the worst possible time. Think of this emergency fund as the foundation under your financial house. Without it, the whole thing is one storm away from collapsing. Park this money in a high-yield savings account. Right now, those are paying around 4 to 5% in interest, which means your emergency fund is actually earning while it sits there. Set up an automatic transfer every payday. Even $50 a week gets you to $1,000 in 5 months. Once that's in place, we can move on. Step 3. Attack high-interest debt hard. Now, this is where most people mess up, and it's also where the math becomes impossible to argue with. If you have a credit card charging you 22% interest and you go invest in the stock market expecting generously a 10% return, you are losing 12% a year. You are paying someone to invest your money. Let me say that again. You are paying someone 12 cents on every dollar to invest money that you're putting in the market. That is not a wealth-building strategy. That is a wealth destruction strategy. Now, not all debt is the same. A mortgage at 4%, fine. A student loan at 5%, manageable. But anything above 8 or 9% interest, credit cards, personal loans, store credit, that needs to go before you start seriously investing. Use the avalanche method. List your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Throw every extra dollar at the top one while paying minimums on everything else. When it's gone, attack the next one. People who do this aggressively, they free up hundreds of dollars a month, money that used to go to interest payments, and can redirect that straight into building wealth. This step is not exciting, but it is powerful. Here's where I want to pause and talk about why people skip these first 3 steps. It's not because they're lazy, it's not because they don't care. It's because investing feels exciting. It feels like something is happening. Watching a stock move, even down, is more stimulating than grinding down a credit card balance month after month. And social media doesn't help either. Your feed is full of people talking about their crypto gains and their options trades and their passive income. Nobody's posting about the month they finally paid off their Visa. But here's what I want you to understand. The boring stuff is what actually creates the conditions for wealth to grow. The people who quietly do the unsexy work first are the ones who end up winning later, every time. Step 4. Take every bit of free money your employer will give you. If your employer offers a 401k match and you are not contributing enough to get the full match, stop what you're doing right now and fix that. Here's why. Let's say your employer matches 50% of your contributions up to 6% of your salary. If you make $50,000 a year and you contribute $3,000, that's 6%. Your employer adds $1,500 on top. That is a guaranteed, instant 50% return on $3,000. No stock in the world can reliably promise you that. Not getting this match is literally leaving part of your compensation on the table. It's working for free hours and telling your employer to keep the money. This step happens alongside paying off high-interest debt, not after, because the match is too valuable to wait on. Contribute enough to get the full match, then go back to your debt payoff plan. Step 5. Now, finally, start investing for real. Once you've got the foundation in place, this is where the magic happens. Open a Roth IRA if you qualify. In 2025, you can contribute up to $7,000 a year. The money grows tax-free, and you pay no taxes when you withdraw it in retirement. For most beginners, this is the single best investing account to start with. Inside that account, keep it simple: a total stock market index fund or an S&P 500 index fund. Low fees, broad diversification, and historically some of the best long-term returns available to regular people. Don't try to pick stocks, don't chase trends, don't let YouTube videos convince you there's a hot sector you need to be in right now. Boring, consistent index fund investing has made more millionaires than any trading strategy ever will. Here's the math. If you invest $500 a month starting at 25 in an index fund averaging 8% annual returns, by 65 you have over $1.7 million. Roughly $240,000 of that is money you actually put in. The rest, over $1.4 million, is compound growth doing the work for you. Start at 35 instead of 25, that same $500 a month drops to around $745,000. 10 years costs you nearly $1 million. That's not a warning, that's just how the math works. Time in the market is the most powerful tool a beginner investor has, and the best time to use it is right now. So, let's bring this together. Step 1, know your numbers. Step 2, build your starter emergency fund. Step 3, destroy high-interest debt. Step 4, grab every dollar of your employer match. Step 5, invest consistently, simply, and for the long term. That's it.
That's the whole system. It doesn't require a finance degree, it doesn't require a high salary, it doesn't require you to know what the Fed is doing or which sector is going to outperform next quarter. It just requires doing the right things in the right order, and then being patient enough to let time do its job. The people who quietly follow these principles, they don't usually look wealthy. They drive normal cars, they live in normal houses, but one day they wake up and realize they never have to work again if they don't want to. That's what this is really about. Not excitement, not status, just freedom. If this helped you, hit that subscribe button because we talk about this stuff every week. And drop a comment below and tell me, which step are you on right now? I'll see you in the next one.